You're listening to AI Prism from Seoul Economic Daily.
Korea's financial regulator is preparing legislation to directly order social media platforms to remove illegal debt collection posts, a move that would end a 7-month gap where 128 documented victims remained exposed online with no authority able to act. It's Tuesday, June 16th. Let's break down what's happening in Korea's financial sector. Illegal private lending in Korea has migrated from physical intimidation to social media exposure as its primary collection tool. Lenders operating outside the licensed system demand that borrowers submit face photos, personal IDs, and signed waivers of portrait rights before receiving loans. Delinquency triggers sequential escalation: first contact to the borrower's personal network, then public posting on Instagram with full name, resident registration number, and home address visible. Here's what the numbers show. 5 Instagram accounts currently display 128 individuals with loan documents outstanding for 7 months with no takedown action completed. Individual loans range from 400,000 to 600,000 won, roughly 285 to 430 US dollars, on 3 to 7 day terms. Of 67 posts on one account, 49 victims were born after 1988, placing them in their 20s and 30s. Korea's youth employment rate in May was 43.8%, the lowest since May 2020. Q1 2026 nominal income for under 39 household heads declined 1.7% year-on-year, the only age cohort to record a decline. Korea's financial regulator currently lacks direct authority over social media platforms. When illegal collection posts are identified, the Financial Services Commission routes removal requests through the Korea Communication Standards Commission, which then contacts the platform operator. This interagency routing has produced a 7-month backlog. Proposed legislation would grant the FSC direct takedown authority against platform operators. Separately, Nonghyup, the agricultural cooperative financial group, announced it will cancel 887.6 billion won in long-term delinquent debt held by approximately 64,000 borrowers. The cancellation covers debt held by NH Bank, member cooperatives, and Nonghyup Asset Management. For elderly and basic livelihood recipients holding debts delinquent 3 or more years, a separate 200.6 billion won principal reduction program launches in July, with up to 90% principal forgiveness and full waiver of outstanding interest. Woori Bank signed a 2 trillion won 5-year financing agreement with Hyosung Group, covering 8 subsidiaries including Hyosung Heavy Industries and Hyosung T&C, using a pre-approved credit facility structure that eliminates the need for repeat credit assessments at each drawdown. So what does this mean for those tracking Korea's financial system? The FSC direct takedown legislation, if passed, would mark a structural shift in how Korea's financial regulator interfaces with platform companies, creating a compliance obligation for social media operators analogous to what banks already face. Nonghyup's 887.6 billion won debt cancellation is the largest single financial group action of its kind announced in 2026 and signals a government-directed push for inclusive finance ahead of a potential policy rate review cycle. The Woori Hyosung facility structure, pre-approved credit across 8 subsidiaries, is a template for how Korean banks are adapting lending products to support strategic industry investment without per-drawdown friction. What to watch? FSC legislative calendar for the platform direct takedown bill. First reading timing will indicate how quickly this becomes a compliance obligation. Nonghyup's inclusive finance program, July 1st launch date. Watch uptake data as a proxy for distressed household credit conditions. Bank of Korea Monetary Policy Committee next scheduled meeting. Rate direction will determine whether Woori-style large corporate credit facilities expand further. That's today's AI Prism, Finance Daily. This episode was produced with AI assistance based on Seoul Economic Daily reporting and reviewed by a human editor. AI Prism is a Won IFRA award-winning series. We'll be back tomorrow.
You've been listening to AI Prism from Seoul Economic Daily.